Hello everyone, so I am here filming finally my advent calendar. I have my journal version and my planner version. I am filming this on my phone, so if anything is just really strange, I am so sorry. My camera went out again. I don't know what's going on. I think it's honestly my lens because it keeps doing like this flickering situation. I could probably have my sister fix it, but I just haven't had the time. And quite honestly, I've been relaxing ever since all of Advent has been going out. And I've just been enjoying some time with my husband right now. So I'm going to finally unbox this. I'm going to put together the last several that I have and try to count the remaining items that I do have so that I can possibly sell them. But it will not be on the website from what I've talked to the people that I like, it's just like some back end stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in, and I'm going to tell you about the front because I feel like it is very important. So when you get your Advent, no matter which one you get, you will get both of these items. So the first one is a tag that I thought was really cute, and I thought you could definitely use this as ephemera in your journal or in your planner if you're still in those. But I just thought these would be really cute to either like have in your journal or around your office or anything like that. So up here it will have LTA Advent. I just picked up the most messed up one on my end that I wasn't going to use, and then it will have your name stamped here, and then it has this postcard here, and it will have your name hand lettered in pen. And it says, postcard from Letters to Apollo, happy holidays, welcome to your 2024 Advent calendar. I hope you're ready to immerse yourself in the charm of coffee in the city and tea in the countryside. To kick things off, start with day one and work your way up from there. If you grabbed both Advent calendars, begin with the planner calendar, then jump into the journal calendar and keep alternating as you go. But hey, if you're like me, open them all up all at once and let the fun begin. I hope you love this Advent calendar as much as I loved putting it together for you. With much love, Jessica. I also do want to say a huge shout out to Bill and Alicia from Sadie Stickers because they put up with a lot of my crap, to be fairly honest with you. With this Advent calendar, I decided to do an Advent calendar within 7 weeks, which is really tight schedule. And also a huge shout out to the shops that collaborated with me. That is Paper Trail Plans with Jess and Susie, and Gabby from Create by Gabby, I believe is her name, and then Chapteries Art. I am so blessed that they were all able to say yes and so excited and ecstatic. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. I do want to say everything is recyclable. You can reuse this, you know, like as decorative in your planner, so that is how that's recyclable. And then this is actually watercolor paper, so it doesn't seep through in the back, as you can see, so you can use the back as like a dashboard if you want to. And you can just, you know, stick this down somewhere, and like you can tear this apart too, which is what I really liked because I wanted to give you that beveled edging here. So definitely tear this apart, cut this out, you know, like put it in your journal, have fun with it. Just don't like let things sit there or hoard them. I want you to actually use everything. So all right, we're gonna start with planner day one. Here is the Advent. I saw the live yesterday by Cassie and Danny, and they were like, what's next? And I was like, to be fairly honest with you, I don't even remember. I feel like I blacked out while I was making these things, but I put all of my hard work into this. So this is planner day one, and this is the kit. all of this is like custom art. It's just so stunning. Look at this. This is in silver foil. I was going back and forth between silver and gold, but I feel like the silver just made it really chic. So yeah, these are the full boxes, and the center box with the quote says savor the brew, savor the moment. And I just really love this. But if you can see here, it has like a little pouch here that's supposed to look very like superior labor like, and it says letters to Apollo. And we have the little cafe sign that's foiled here, a little chandelier, two girls that are just like going out to get coffee here, a girl reading a book and it says letters to Apollo in it. I don't know if you can see that with the little coffee steam. I go out to coffee shops a lot and we put like journals together, so I kind of wanted to bring that in, and a little cappuccino with the little plate and spoon, and then your two floral boxes here. So those are the full boxes. I loved the way that this kit came out. Here we have the second page with your two torn elements, your regular squared off what is it called? Headers. And then you have your lace headers, you have some lace boxes and circles, then you have some sketch boxes and regular boxes, sketch rectangles, long rectangles. These will go like all the way across a 1.5, and then some midi boxes that are regular and sketch as well. So cute. And then we have some larger clip art here that you can make some scenes out of, that has like a planner, scissors, some little coffee splatter. Two scenes, one's with like a window, with an arch window with the cafe, and then this one is like the inside of a cafe with the girl like drinking at the bar type of thing. A latte art and some coffee stains. You have some clips, you have the film strip, which it is cut out in the center. You just have to kind of work at it a little tiny bit. There you go. And I messed that up, so this one's gonna be mine. And the calendar and the clip art, and then we have your a grid torn elements. You have some watercolor elements and some circle and oval sketch elements. Then you have 3 stamps. One of them has like actual stamp foil on it here, and then 2 rectangle lace, and then some more midi boxes with sketch boxes. And then down here you have your bottom washi, which I didn't want to do like the standard just trace over it, so I ended up doing some coffee stains with some writing on the bottom washi, and I love the way it came out. It has your skinny washi and then your skinny lace washi, some standard headers, skinny headers, and then some more torn elements with notebook and grid paper, and then some coffee stained either boxes, or you can use them for days of the week. So that is the full kit for day 1. I really hope you guys liked this, because this is the first thing I put together and I was in love. I just like hit the ground running from that point on. I just was obsessed with it. So here we have journal day 1. Also, I wanted to preface, because I know this was a question. Somebody had said in the Cassie and Danny's Alive that they were like, oh, okay, so that means that if you got the journal, you're getting all coffee, and then if you got the planner, you're getting all tea. And that's not the case. I did this mainly for my own benefit, because I didn't want to have 2 identical graphics, and I wanted to have them 2 separately, so that when I was putting them together, it was just a lot easier for me to put them together and knowing the difference between the 2. But if you got both of them, then you got both of the themes. If you only got one, then you got one of the themes on the envelopes. And these are printed on the envelopes as well. So yeah, and you can definitely tear this apart, use it, you know, just use everything. I want you to use everything. So here is the journal one. Quite honestly, I feel like I put all that I had into the journal because it was my absolute favorite putting it together. I'm not even going to lie. I love just the planner side too, but I feel like my heart has just been so stuck in the journal world for quite some time that I just feel like I put a lot of love into it. So here is the journal side. So you get your full 10-page kit here, and I am just obsessed. I'm so in love. So here we have your Cafe Noir deco. We have a little scene with the little cafe sign, 2 little chairs with a small table in the center, and 2 cafe plates in the back with a little bit of foil splatter on it. Then you have a little cafe scene with coffee rings, a tape, and then a coffee sign. You have some coffee beans, a girl with some black coffee stains and newspaper, a little coffee cup, and then over here you have a little scene that I created for you with an espresso machine, some coffee stains, a little tape in the back, some coffee beans spilling out, and then a little receipt, and it says cafe, Apollo Cafe, order 143. A lot of people are starting to finally catch on to this. I've been doing this for quite some time. I think all, if not most of my advents have all had 143 shoved somewhere into the advent calendar, whether it's like your intro card or like on an actual like kit. But people are finally starting to notice it, and I think it's just so funny. But yeah, I just really love the way that this came out, but this next page is my absolute favorite, and I'll show you why. So next we have the Cafe Noir quote deco, and I am in love with this sheet right here. So I had made these little quotes here, and it says, inhale caffeine, exhale negativity, wake up and smell the coffee. Coffee first, adulting second, which I was just cracking up at that. Rise and grind, and coffee please. I really wanted to put one that was like, It's That Me Espresso from the song Espresso, but I didn't think a lot of people would probably catch on to it. So I was like, I think I'm being too trendy at that point. So I just decided to let it out. But we have a little like bag here with a muffin and a coffee cup with some layering writing in the back with some silver splatter on that. Then we have a little cafe in the back with the coffee shop sign here. This one is just my absolute favorite. I feel like I spent like 5 to 10 minutes on just this little scene alone, trying to make sure that it all looks right. So you have a little cafe bar here with some tables and a really pretty tree with like a dictionary set, like dictionary sheet in the back. And if you look really closely, it says like cocoa and coffee right here on the very top. And then you have some coffee rings with some coffee beans, and then over here some torn paper. Then you have some more like dictionary and a tape with a coffee cup, and a Polaroid here with like an outside scene of like a cafe table, and it says life happens, coffee helps, with the tape underneath it. So yeah, this was maybe my absolute favorite sheet. And then we have our most popular sheet. Everybody seems to really love these. We have your film strip with coffee stains and your florals mixed in with some paper elements, your torn paper elements, and some writing layering here, and some silver speckles. Then we have a Polaroid with a postcard stamp on it and some more writing overlaid it with a window scene. We have a floral with some paper, torn paper, with a black coffee ring and a tan splatter. And then we have another stamp in silver with the Empire State Building and the more wording in the background for layering here. I just really love layering. I don't know what it is. I just really love it. This one again is one of my favorites too. We have a girl with a postcard writing in the back with a little piece of tape with a girl walking. We have a torn paper with a little stamp and two coffee stains and a floral. We have some receipts, and again with the little cafe, the Apollo Cafe here. We have a girl drinking coffee with the plate and the torn elements with a stamp. And this one just reminded me so much of New York. This is very, very inspired by, like, if I were to own a coffee shop, this is definitely what I would want it to look like. And two, it inspired me so much when we had went to New York because everything is just so aesthetically pleasing there. We were in Brooklyn and we saw like brownstone coffee shops and like houses and just like roaming the streets, and everybody's just like minding their business. It's just like so peaceful to me. It was the first time I actually went to New York and actually enjoyed it, because the first time I went I did not enjoy it at all. But I definitely enjoyed it. So this says New York in like the New York Times sort of font, and then you have some newspaper and a black piece of paper with like black splatter on it with the, I believe this is either the Brooklyn Bridge or the Manhattan Bridge. I don't know which one it is. I'm really bad with knowing that. So yeah, I just really loved putting this one together. I just thought it looked so amazing. And then we have your florals. So you get some that are like cut off and sided, and then some individual elements along with small elements that you could just pull in. And it does have like that silver foiling. We have the jumbo scenes. So you have the like a coffee scene, like a coffee shop scene that I believe was actually used for this one. Oh, it was a different one, but it's very similar. And then you have like a little scene where it has like New York City skyline, and like the inside of a coffee shop with some flowers and a coffee and a cupcake. Then we have the scene mix page, and it has latte art, coffee, a fountain pen, a like traveler's notebook, and an iced coffee. And it has like a cutout scene, as you can see here, of a little cafe table. And it has the Dumbo scene here. I believe that one's the Manhattan Bridge. I don't know the bridges. They have so many bridges. I didn't know which one was which. And then the front of a coffee shop right here. Then we have a girl holding a coffee with holding magazines all in one hand, a little cart that's a coffee shop, some scissors, another traveler's notebook in another color, another iced coffee in another color. We have a chalkboard. It has like that vintagey vibe that I really like. Coffee beans, the Empire State Building, a girl and another girl. This one's like half body, this is full body. And then we have the stamps, which a lot of people have been liking this transition from what we had before. So we have a girl here that she's just drinking coffee from inside the coffee shop. We have another scene here from the inside with the window. Another scene with the planners and stamps and coffee. A girl walking the street in New York. Then we have like the bakery section, the cafe section with those really cool antique tile floors that are black and white. The same scene that we had in the kit, if you remember, that has the bag, the croissant, and the latte art, but instead of having that little like plate with a spoon, it doesn't have it foiled on here. And then over here we have the front of a coffee shop with a little stamp overlaid on it. And then over here, I wanted to do a little bit something different to kind of like challenge you on your layering to see if you could possibly come up with some fun stuff. So I did 3 that were ink stained. So this one has black ink with white over top of it that's made to look like newspaper. Then we have like a brown, black, and beige tape. Then we have like a more tan color and a beigey color again with a beige or tan ink with brown coffee rings. And then over here, this is more like light tan, nudish color with a nude color, black and beige tape. So that is everything for day 1. Wow, that was a lot. There's gonna be a lot to edit and film. It's just gonna be so fun. But I definitely love doing these. Day 2, we have the planner side. I think it's always so fun to be able to like finally explain my thought process behind everything. So, I'm gonna pull this out. Okay, so here we have your add-ons. So we have the floral edging or floral washi with your lace washi as well. So we have that. We have your regular washi, or your regular florals, I'm sorry. And Cassie was saying that she really likes how it has like different sizing. So you have some like larger pieces, some smaller pieces, and then some like medium pieces, along with the elements as well. So you have that. We have the jumbo florals here. You have your journal, which has 2 torn papers. You get 2 scenes. And then you get just a bunch of different tiny little elements with the bridge, the Empire State Building, the coffee rings, scissors, that same like sort of clip art, but it's a different one from the journal of a girl holding a coffee with the newspaper, the girl drinking coffee and the girl standing, looking away, the fountain pen, the traveler's notebook, and the coffee, and another coffee with the latte art. And then here we have the really cool washi paper. So this is made for you to just tear apart and use it for layering. But my inspiration behind this was like latte art, but I really wanted it to fit the color scheme of the kit. So I did it in like tan, browns, black, and white, so it just all fit really well together. So that is day 2 for the wrong one, for the planner side. For journal day 2, we have these, which I actually have to contact Cassie in them because I realized that they didn't get 2 of the sheets. So this is my take on something that could probably be really fun for people that are already journalers or people that are getting into journaling, to kind of help you bring in some layering elements. So we have some film strips here that actually really have a really good like shape to them, and like it actually looks like antique sort of film strips. And then you have the whole side here that are just Polaroids, and then some negatives here that are really fun, and then bigger Polaroids on this side. Really love this sheet. This is the Cafe Noir side. And then we have some we have some ticket stubs. So they were actually saying yesterday that this actually fits perfectly in the B6, like all the way through. So I have some here that are just plain, so that you can just kind of play around with it. We have some here that have some coffee beans from the kit. Here we have some that has some wording with coffee stains in it. Over here we have the tickets that say coffee, latte, chai, cappuccino, and espresso. And then this one has brown coffee stains on it. So that is that. And then over here we have the steeped in love section. So we have the 3 film strips. We have 3 large tickets. I thought these would be really pretty to go behind some clip art. so that you can just like layer it on. And then you have your negatives here and some Polaroids here. I think these are really cute. Like, look at the little geese and the bear. It's just like with the sheep. Oh, it's so cute. And then over here we have some more tickets. So we have ones that have like little floral stems, and we have some here that have the heads and the... Is she okay? My cat keeps sneezing, so I'm trying to make sure she's fine. Like the head of a flower. Then we just have some with a floral pattern, some, I don't even know what kind of pattern that is, but it kind of gives me like 90s vibes, but in the best way possible. And here we have another one that's more like orangey, beigey, brown tickets. And then we have another one that's just plain on this side. If you got the washi paper, this would actually be a lot easier, just because you can like kind of tear it apart and it would actually look like a ticket. But here you will have to cut them individually to see like how long you want them. If not, it will come up all in one. But yeah, that is day 2. It actually says day 7. Funny story. I was stressing out because I was a little bit behind on my deadline, and when I had finally submitted it, Bill was like, you have 2 extra days. And I was like, what? What do you mean? So I actually over designed, and so I ended up still keeping them so that I could put them in different days, and I ended up like shifting. Sorry, I got cut off because I ran out of space on my phone. But what I was saying is I ended up just moving things around, which caused like huge mix-up. And yeah, so that's what ended up happening. Here we have day 3, the planner day 3, and this was in collaboration with Paper Trail Plans, which I am so grateful for because they did amazing. I ended up just giving them the themes and the ideas that I wanted. I try to keep it limited because they did end up ordering an advent calendar, and I wanted them to be surprised as well. So I just gave them some elements that I was using or that I like purchased that I thought would help them, and they just took it from there. And this is the first one. So this has 2 scenes, or actually 3 scenes, because it has like the coffee scene, like a little cafe on the outside, and then a cafe on the outside here with the little cafe coffee that was in the kit, and a girl drinking coffee while she's walking. And here you have some beans that have little sparkles around them, and the Monday through Sunday with splatter or coffee stains around it. And I just think they did amazing. It also has 1 through 31, and then you have some headers and some washi that has the little coffee beans in with some sparkles. So that is the cutest thing ever. I was so in love when they showed me this. So we gave them to you in silver, rose gold, and gold. And then you also got the, let me show it to you in silver because that's what the kit is in. So you get 2 little coffee signs, a girl again where she's walking and drinking coffee, and you get some quotes here where it says every day brings a fresh cup of coffee. Every day brings a new beginning and a fresh cup of coffee with the little coffee stain and the splatters. You have a little croissant, a little coffee cup with the steam going up, the little like creamer, the coffee cups with the newspaper. Then you get some highlighters, washi tape, some little clips, a fountain pen, and a planner. And then that small little bag again with letters to Apollo in it. A coffee definition, and it says life starts over after coffee, and coffee is my love language. And we also gave them to you in the 3 colors. So that I loved this collab. I just thought it was so cute. And I was so happy to work with them on that because their foil add-ons are always so impeccable, and I just loved doing that. So here is journal day 3. I did hand stamp all of these, and yes, my wrist is still recovering. I couldn't put this in the printer because of this little guy here. I didn't want to chance it with ruining my printer, to be honest. But this one is in collaboration with Kriya with Gabby. These are transfer stickers, and I thought these would be really, really beautiful for this Steep in Love collection. She just started adding these to her shop, and I wanted to kind of introduce everyone to them. So you just get, you can even get like, I don't know, like just like your fingernail, and you can just like scratch it off. I don't know, hold on, give me 1 second. So what you end up doing is you just take this guy off here, and whatever you end up wanting in your planner, you just open up to that page, go put it to like the section that you want it, and you're just going to rub it, kind of like those old school tattoos. You're gonna rub it, and then when you lift it, it should all come together, like come off onto the page. So those are transfer stickers or rub-on stickers, whatever you want to call them. And then we did end up doing a washi tape, which I do have one that's already open, but I don't know where it is, and I'm not gonna look for it because more washi for me anyways, you know. So those are the rub-on stickers. And here we have a Coffee in the City washi tape. I was so excited when she agreed to do this with me because it was so last minute, and we were both really worried whether it was going to come in on time, but it did. And she did amazing with this, and I'm so happy with how this came out. I'm going to do this on a white paper, which is going to be the backing of the postcard here. So yeah, I gave her the liberty as well. I'm going to just cut here. Here's one side of it. Here's another side. And here it is where it repeats right here. So here is the washi. I think it's so pretty. It's so cute. It has little coffee beans, coffee, latte coffee with croissants. It has desserts. It has some paper elements, some writing elements, and then some little tiny frames around the edging. It's just such a cute washi. I absolutely love the way that it came out, and she did impeccable. But okay, let's go into day 4. Oh yeah, this was a cute one. So I ended up getting those newspapers and putting some ink stains in there, and I gave them to you in the silver gold and rose gold. So we have some longer ones, some wide ones, some that have like corner like ones. Same thing with this one. And not all of them have coffee stains. Some of them just have like the newspaper writing on it. But yeah, some of them just have like some splatter on it. It's just a really cool piece that I thought would be really cool to like pull in for your kit. So that is day 4. Then day 4 on the journal side. Oh yes, I don't even remember what I put in this, but I put so much of those torn pieces of paper that I thought that it would be a really good idea to like bring them in for you to just play around with them as well. So I gave you those, and then we have some circles, which I think these are really fun to layer with. So we have some that has like a beige background with the brown coffee rings. We have the papers in here. Then we have a tan background with black newspaper writing. like a charcoal black here with the white writing, and then again with the latte art here. Thought those were really fun, and that's what that looks like. Then we have some coffee stains. I wanted to give them to you in like a pretty good size. So these are all together. So this one's all one, the splatter is individual. This one here's one, this one here, this one's actually really cool. Let me show you this one. Like that looks really, really cool, that cutout. The splatter's by itself, this ring's by itself. This one again too is cut out in the center. So I tried to do my best to cut them out as organic as possible to a coffee stain. But of course, sometimes it's a little bit hard. And then you get the newspaper here by itself that you can just kind of play around with, because I know the journal people also really love those, but a little bit more simpler. So that is day 4. Then day 5, what do we have here? Oh, we have the words or letters, I mean. So you have the ones for Cafe Noir, which it reminded me a lot of like a French cafe kind of letter style. And you get Monday through Sunday, and they are a little bit bigger, like where you can actually like visually see them rather than like being like super duper tiny. And I gave you 2 sets of those, and then you get the alphabet, and at the very end I gave you some extra vowels. I just really, really loved the way that these had come out, and I just am obsessed with these. So these you get in the 3 colors, and there's no foil element that's wrong here. Some of them do have like missing pieces to kind of like add that grungy kind of look to it. So it has it on the G, it has it on the N, on the T. I really hope that you can actually like see it, but otherwise like you just won't see it until like you actually get it. Even on the B here, you can see that where it has like the missing pieces there to like add the grungy look to it. So I don't want you to think that it's like bad foiling, because they did amazing. It's just the way that it's supposed to look. I wanted it to look like a little rustic kind of looking. And then we have the Steeped in Love, which are those like fairy tale kind of tile letters. So you get the full alphabet again with the extra vowels at the end, and then the Monday through Sunday, and you get 2 versions of that. And again, it comes in the 3 main colors, which is silver, gold, and rose gold. So those are really, really cute. I really love those. Then we have the journal day 5. Which we have the alphabet as well, but you only get it in 2 colors, or in 1 colorway, and you get both. This one comes in like a beige, same thing as this one. They're both the same colors, but I think they both go really, really well with the kit that you get. And it's neutral to where you could just basically use this anywhere. I love the way that this one specifically looks in the print rather than the foil. But yeah, I just really, really love this. But yeah, you could definitely tell here how it's like kind of grungy looking. So yeah, I don't want you to think that it's bad foiling, because they do amazing. And the same thing here where you can kind of see like more distressing, but it's not as prominent when it's foiled. So that is that. I will tell you a funny story when I actually come across it, but whew, you guys, getting this together, it just reminded me of packing orders, and I was like, gosh, I remember why I don't do this anymore. Here we have planner day 6. You know that song by Taylor Swift where it's like, I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. Basically had that song on repeat while I was designing this, because if I could do anything, I would just leave and go to Europe, have like a quaint little country life, and with like a little English cottage with like a giant oak tree with like a stream with a bridge that I can walk my dog in every day. It's just like, I just want flowers and like fresh air, sheep, and like, oh, I just dream of that life. Like, I know it's not probably attainable right now while I'm in my early 30s, but hopefully for retirement, you know, I can probably go over there maybe. So we have the 2 floral with the lace in the background. We have a girl here that she's just enjoying tea in her garden with a little foiled, like tiered, I don't even know what you call that, with the tea that she's pouring into. We have a little bridge with some swans in the stream, which I thought was really, really cute. We have a scene here of a house with a little bike with the birds flying. Here is the full box with like a countryside view with little sheeps and a bridge, and it says, in the embrace of the countryside, a cup of tea becomes a gentle reminder of life's simple pleasures. So that is the quote box. Then we have like a scene where it's like in the flower fields, with a blanket, a hat with like some wildflowers, and a coffee with a tea bag, not a coffee, a tea like set with macarons and a tea bag, as if she had just did her like fresh brew. Then we have like a girl walking towards a cottage with a bow in her hair and some butterflies here. Then we have a scene with the tea in the teapot with a rose over the book, with like a very lacy hand. And those are the full boxes. This is the same layout as the last one, so I won't be explaining it too much, but it has the 2 torn elements, the the headers with the lace headers, clip art, mini clip art, boxes, lace boxes, regular boxes. And this is in gold foil, by the way. That's also why I didn't want to do the coffee in gold foil, because you were already getting this in gold foil. So I just wanted to be really, really careful with that. And then you get your big tree with a scene, teacup or a teapot with butterfly, a little lamb with some books, a dress, a butterfly, and a swan. And everything else is the same. So, so pretty. And then you have your bottom washi. So this one is more of a simpler bottom washi because the boxes are just so beautiful. I didn't want to like take it away. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted it to be very balanced. So that is the kit. We are now halfway through, you guys. And now we have the day 6 of the journal. So let's get into that. And here she is. She is another one that I'm just obsessed over. Again, had that Taylor Swift song stuck in my head, or if not, just playing it over and over. Here we have like those tickets that I had showed you earlier. So I pulled those in, and then you get some stamps here with the bird with those like dictionary elements. Then you have a tag here with a coffee stain, a dried up daisy with some writing and the tea cup stacked. You get a stamp and a ticket layered on top of each other with a rose, a bird, and a butterfly element, 2 little tea plates with floral and some writing overlapping it. Then you have your, this is completely edged off so you don't get any white. So it's a tree with some like vintage paper with writing on it, and then some lace with books stacked onto it. So that is your first page, which is the Steep in Love deco. Here is the Steep in Love quotes. So you get some lace frames and your quotes here with a paper that has some writing over it and a little tag with a bird flying on it. Some more quotes here, and then a girl with a vintage ornate frame, and it is cut out in the center. So that is your second page. Then you have your film sheet, your photo deco sheet, and it has a brown beige kind of film strip with the florals, 2 stamps with a white stamp, like actual like stamp, you know what I mean? With tea stains on it, and your 3 Polaroids that has like a postcard with the floral and some writing layered. You have the rose with a vintage tea stained paper with the green ticket and like light green postal stamp. Then you have your teacups with the lace doily in the back with some more writing over that. I loved this one. So we have the tea. These are actually in our shop, so you can get those if you want to, where it's like a little typewriter letters, and then you have a tag with the notebook paper with a teapot, an ornate frame with a little house with a tree. Then you have a tag with some tea splatter and the floral with a butterfly hanging off of it. You have a scene here. That's the bridge with the writing in the background with a stamp and a swan in the front of it. Then you have a full scene with the doilies that you get 1 frame and 1 regular doily with some brown stamp letter with a long scene of a countryside with a bridge. I love these florals so much. So these are the florals. You get some bundles, and then you get some corner or flats, and then you get a few little tiny elements as well. And these are foiled. Then you have the scene from the kit where it has the teapot, the teacup, and the book. And then this one also comes from the kit, and it has the hat with the doilies and so on. I believe this one is completely flipped from the kit, and this one stayed the same. So those are the jumbo scenes. Then we have the scene mix, which has like a dress, some books, a swan and a bird, and then it has the scene from the kit right here that has the bridge. Then this one is like torn on the top and the bottom. That's a countryside with like little sheep. And then this one here is a scene with like a tabletop with the tea, the roses, a little plate with looks like a Danish, and then a book in the corner. Then here we have all your elements. So you get 2 girls here, you get a teapot, butterfly, a lamb, a tree, 2 sets of books, a little hat, a tea plate, and a teacup, a rose, a bird, and a swan. Then here are your stamps. You have this one that we used in the kit. This is more, this is flipped in a different kind of scene, so it's very similar, but it's not the same one. We have this girl from the kit, but she's flipped as well, so she's not flipped this to the left side, she's flipped to the right side. We have this scene as well from the kit with the little gold stamp on it. This one kind of has like an entryway that's very antique looking with like flowers growing on it with some little chickens. We have the scene with the sheep with the postal stamp on it. Here we have some books on a blanket, a bridge here with the stream, and then the girl that's flipped the other side from the kit. And Danny had brought up a good point that you could definitely use these as like full boxes if you're kind of lost how to use these. So I thought that was a great idea. And then here we have the stains. So you get the 3 stains and then the tapes. So you get them in like a light green, you get them in a tan, and then you get them here in a beige. And this one is a beige sort of ink stain with a tea stain with an ink stain, a green ink stain, and then a tan ink stain with white lettering on it. So that is everything for day 6. I'm going to pause so I can get some water really quick because I definitely need some water. Okay, so we have planner day 7. Whew, you guys. So we have the trims again and the lace in green here. I thought that was a really pretty color for that. Your florals. I'm sorry if you hear like meowing or bells or anything like that. I still work from home, so you're gonna have to hear my entire zoo. Or clickety clacks as my dog is trying to get up. So here are the jumbo with some little butterflies, some elements, some flats and corners. I just really love these florals. They're so pretty. Then you have your torn paper here. And that little scene that I was talking about with the little chickens, it's here with the horses in the back. And a little bridge here with a tree with that girl with the frame here that you can make your own kind of scene with. Some swans, book stacks, some little daisies, a lamb, a teacup, and then butterflies, and then another girl here. And then your terrible washi paper, which is all lace with some like newspaper. It's kind of like marrying both of the styles together with a little butterfly stamp here. So that is your day 7. Then over here we have the day 7 from Chaptery's art. So she was actually kind enough to package this all together, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. The only thing I had to do was to stamp the little tags and put them on it, and I just love the way that it looks. Some people just like will take it apart and do that, or you can just remove the string like I have and do that. The only thing is that I know that she is closing up her shop soon. She does have like a really big sale happening right now. If not, it already ended, so I'm very sorry about that. But I love her. And another really amazing thing about her is, you know me and you know me about Paris, right? She's actually from Paris. Her shop is located in Paris, so like getting postal from Paris was like, oh my god, I'm gonna save all of that. So it was just really fun. So here is what she had gathered for you. I just asked her, can you just make me a 10-piece set of ephemera that you think will fit into like a passport. The reason I asked specifically for a passport is so that if you do have a passport size, it's really easy, or this size right here, I don't feel like it will overwhelm you if it was like a larger size. So she brought in these little papers, and I think these are absolutely beautiful. she had provided these frames, which you can open. You just have to tear the little sides here. And there you go. So like when you put it down, you can definitely just have these open. And I know these were like a huge hit with Danny. So once you put it down, it's just like already down, and then you can just like flop these open if you wanted to. Same thing with this one here. And these are textured. So like one side is not textured, one side is textured, and I don't know if it will pick up the texture of it. Yeah, it will. Oh my gosh. So good. So both of these are textured. So beautiful with these windows. Then we have some wildflower. I also gave her like a theme that we were going for with both of them. So I wanted something that would go really easily with both. So this one is like a vellum with the little butterflies and wildflowers. Then we have some little coffee stains here. Oh, so good. Then we have a little picnic with little strawberries. So cute. Then we have like a little big stamp with some wildflowers overlaying it. Then we have the pressed papers. These are actually really popular in the journaling world, where you can just use like a lot of different textures. You can tear these apart, and it will leave like these like little strays. I personally will cut them. Some people will just leave them, but if you are really into, if you're trying to get into like how to use these, you can go into like the explore page on Instagram and just look up like junk journaling, and it will show you like how people use like these different type of pressed papers. So really love this. This is beautiful. Then we have this one here that is textured with some, looks like little hay in it. Over here as well, that's pressed. This one I really love. This one's really pretty. This is like a creamy color with some green pressed items like leaves into it. And I know that some of the paper she hand makes herself, so beautiful. And then we have this last one here. That's another one that is a pressed paper in a different color than what this one is. So that is the collab I have with Chapteries Papery, not Chapteries Papery, Chapteries Art. I don't know why I said papery. So that is the collab I have with her, and I really hope that you guys will explore and challenge yourselves with this if you haven't used them. I personally really love them for layering, and I think you guys will too. So we'll put this back neatly in its little baggie. And it's so cute. I love it. Then we have day 8. Finally, we are more than halfway through. And we have our second collab with Paper Trail Plans, and it is the T version here. So you have your quotes, little bikes with little daisies and some flying birds, some lambs, another T definition, a windmill, a little basket with some swans here and little spoons and tea stack. And you do get them in all 3 colors. So pretty. Then we have the favorite of mine. When she had came up with this idea, I was like, please, what even is this? This is so cute. She was like, do you think that they'll actually like it? And I was like, I love it, and that's all that matters. So she had came up with this really good idea to put the days of the weeks in the clip art elements. And I was like, that is freaking genius. So She has Monday in a little teacup, Tuesday in a teaspoon, Wednesday in a little cafe or like a tea plate, Wednesday in a tea plate, Thursday in a teapot, Friday in a rectangular plate, Saturday in a teaspoon, and Sunday in another teacup. And I just thought that this was so creative and so cute. So she did all of these in clip arts, and then your dates, and then your headers, and your washi. Genius. She's amazing. I love Jess so much. So that is the my brain just blanked, but that is the collab. That is day 8 for the planner side. Then for the journal side, I don't remember what this has, so let's see. Oh yes, it has your photo elements. So these are all photos that you were not able to get anywhere else. I actually created all of these. So this is the Steeped in Love. I had actually made this before I actually made the kit. So that was pretty ballsy of me, to be honest, because I had no idea what way I was going to go. And this is actually the one that gave me a lot of the inspiration of how I wanted the direction of the kit to end up going. So this one has a girl holding a rose with an ornate mirror on top of a book stack with a little flower in the corner. We have the little tea with some flowers on top of a blanket, like the inside of a house, kind of like giving a little bit of grandma vibe, but the best way like possible, with a little tea set up, a girl outside drinking tea with lots of flowers in her basket, books laying down with a frame and like an ornate frame with some lace underneath with some pearls and flowers, and a girl outside her cottage drinking tea with a really beautiful dress here. Then we have this one. This is Bruise and Blossom. This is a girl picking out flowers in a really beautiful chiffon and lace dress. Some tea with like little daisies or chamomile in her tea. Like a large oak tree with a blanket and a book. We have, okay, finally cleaned up my entire phone to see if I can actually get the storage I need to finish, because it cut me off again. But what I was saying is here is like a vase with some croissants and a tea like table with like sun shining through the window, and then some books on a bed with some flowers. Oh my gosh, my phone. Okay. My goodness, I'm starting to think that nobody wants me to film this because everything's going wrong. This is Lattes Love in Paris, so like lots of love in Paris, kind of a play on that. And it's like a little cafe with the Eiffel Tower in the back, kind of like blurred out, kind of like what I envisioned the inside of a cafe to look like in Paris. A girl with I want to say a baguette, but I know that that's not the right way to say it, but it's like one of those French hats. I either want to say like baguette or bidet, and I know that neither one is correct. But it's like one of those little French hats, and she's like on her phone while she's like having a coffee outside. Like the architecture of Paris is just forever ingrained in my brain, with the little light post, and then like a rainy day outside with a latte and a newspaper and the storefront of a cafe. And then here's like a New York version of it where it's all like black, white, creams and tans. So the outside of a cafe and like the bakery section of a cafe. The inside with the little tables and the menu with the espresso machines, a tabletop that's marbled with the coffees, latte, and some bakery items and a newspaper, and then a mom and a kid while she's reading and having her coffee. And this one is called Cafe Noir. So that is day 8, journal side. Then we have planner day 9. Oh yes, and then you have your foiled stamps and writing with little daisies. And we gave them to you in like different sizes and shapes. So I really hope that you guys like them. And we have some pulled in with some like music notes as well. And you get them in the silver gold and the rose gold. So these I think are going to be really, really cute for the spring. Thankfully, coffee is not like a specific time of year. You can use that anytime. And then we have day 9. My goodness. Oh, okay. I think my little cousin did that one. Okay, so we have the little stamps here that were on the deco, like the photo deco. Then we have some like floral labels and some more floral labels that actually have like the names of them on it. So it's poppy, daisy, tulip, peony, Dyla, and forget-me-nots, and then a little stamp here as well. So I really, really love that sheet. And then you also get the circles. This one is like the theme of like the headers. Then you have some like vintage floral, like newspaper like, and here you have some tea stain with some newspaper. Here are like those little vintage tags, and then some lace over some beige. And then I gave you some tea stained ones as well because the coffee stains were brown. These are more like beigey, tannish kind of color here. So that is day 9 for the journal side. And then day 10, I'm going to only open up the journal side because they're both the same, but I'll explain once I open it. It's basically the same for both sides, but I didn't have another large envelope. So for this day, you get 4 vellums. That is the half. And on the planner side, you get the other half of the same vellums. So it will make like one large one. So I gave you 2 here that were the tea theme. So this one has the lace in the background with the florals and the butterflies and some like flower elements. And then this one, it has the tea stains on it with like a little bit of the stamping on it with some like spilled tea as well. Really, really love these, and these are like really nice and thick. Then for the cafe version, we have those torn papers with the florals and some like coffee stains in the back. Then we have the newspaper with the coffee rings and the splatters with the newspaper in the background. So yeah, you get both halves if you get both of them, or you just get one half if you got one of them. I made them the size so you could easily cut them down to a size to like be tipped in as like a page. That would be really fun. Or you can either tear them apart and use them in your planner or anything like that. I just wanted them to be easily usable and like kind of open up your mind to like other ways to use it, rather than like sometimes when you have like a large sheet, you're like, I have no idea what to do with this. So that's why I cut them in half. That was like my mindset behind it. So yeah, I was actually really glad because at the last minute I called Bill and I was like, cut all of my vellums in half, please. And he was like, what? Are you sure? And I was like, yes, do it. So I literally had him FaceTime me while he was doing it. And he was like, are you sure? You don't want to turn back now. Like, there's no going back. I'm not going to redo it. And I was like, no, I know. But I trust myself in this. Okay. Day 11 on the planner side. What do we have? Ooh, yes. So we have the ink stains, because I remembered that if you only got the journal side, you don't get ink stains. So I was like, I need to pull in some ink stains. So I pulled some in for you, and on this side you get some lace intertwined into the ink stain, and they come in the green, the brown, and the cream. And then on the Cafe Noir one, you get two that have the newspaper overlapped it. So this one's like a charcoal with the white, and this one's like a beige with the charcoal on top of it. And then it comes with charcoal, beige, and like a tannish color. So those are the two ink stains. And then you also get girls. So I have two full body ones, and these are 3 inches tall. One of them has like a really casual outfit, which I love this outfit. I would totally wear this outfit. And it has like a New York sweater with like a trench coat with a brown bag, some white tennis shoes, some jeans, and a ball cap. And then this one is like a girl with like an off-the-shoulder plaid dress with a little basket. She's a blonde, and this one's a brunette. And then this one is a girl that's like half size, like from like waist up or like hip up. And she has like this really cute hat with some greenery on it, with a braid, and a really pretty lacy, not lacy, but like florally kind of dress that has spaghetti straps and off the shoulder. And then this girl over here, she is like such a vibe with like an oversized sweater with like a plaid skirt with a black bag and like thigh-high boots. What a baddie. So that is day 11 on the planner side. Journal, day 11. I only have, I only have the washi because I ran out of the white. So I just wanted to let you know. But these are mini series, and I thought these would be really, really cute if you had like a Hobonichi Weeks, or even like a standard Hobonichi. I thought these would be really cute to pull in, because I've seen a couple of people in the journal community buy these kinds of sheets that are like Japanese style. So I found some clip art, which this especially intertwines a lot with, well, they both do actually, with the Paper Trail Plans sheets. But yeah, these are basically like my favorite. I already have like some ideas of how I'm going to use this in my weeks. But yeah, so this one is more coffee themed, where it has like the sugar and milk with some coffee beans, some like coffee pods, a girl walking with the coffee, you have like a couple of coffee lattes, espresso machine, like a coffee press, coffee bean bag, the 2 girls that came from the kit, the cafe, the storefront, coffee time with like individual little elements here that are like squiggles or stars or anything like that, and they're all cut out. There's nothing on here that's not cut, so that is really cute. There's like little quotes that say like macchiato iced coffee to go. So I thought this would be really, really cute. And then over here we have the tea theme. So I kind of went like Jane Austen kind of vibe with it, where it has like the hats and the fans and the gloves, with the teas, the books. So yeah, I try to do my best to like kind of pull in. This one was actually like very hard compared to the coffee one, because I feel like there's a lot of coffee stuff out there, but for tea it's just like teapot tea, cup and a book, and that's basically it. So I kind of had to like come up with some extra stuff that I thought y'all would really like. So that is number 11 for the journal side. And then day 12 for the planner. We're finally ending. Okay, so here we have the mood boards. So mood boards have been my newfound love. I created this idea after seeing like a lot of my friends at the journal groups where they would always be like digging in their bags for the things that they wanted, for something that like was already, ooh, this has been here all this time. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, like I would see them like just constantly digging in their bags for things that they could probably already have in their journal. And so I had came up with this idea after looking at my standard traveler's notebook. Let me find one. Hold on. I have one somewhere around here. I actually think I put it on the other side. I did. But I have this one when I had went to New York. So this is like a standard size of a traveler's notebook, and this is from the Traveler's Company. And I took this with me when I had went to New York, and I tried to glue on some patches, but I need to iron them on. But I would see them just digging and digging and digging, and so I was like, what would be like a really good idea that they could just like have it all in one spot. So I started to get the idea when I started to see this, and I was like, huh, like that's like cute, but like I wish, like I was always just sticking things in the back. And then it just came to me. It honestly just came to me out of nowhere, where I was just constantly doing that, and I was like, that would be really cool if I could make an insert or like a page that I can like put in between the strings. So like kind of like, hold on, give me a second. So like here, right? So you just grab your sheet, you put it in, and it fits even like the size of the insert where it's not too tall. And when you close it, it's like nothing's there. But when you open it, it's already there. So I was thinking this would be really cute as either like a dashboard, you know, or where you could actually like be planning and you could just like pull up a sticker, put it down, and you don't have to be thinking about like continuously digging, besides like for like receipts or like things like that where it's just like things that you have to get. But I just thought that this was like a brilliant idea in my head, and it helped a lot that y'all ended up loving it as well. Oh no, see, this is what I'm saying, like I need to just actually, it's because it's freezing cold in my house right now, but I refuse to turn on the heater. I hate the heater. So yeah, that's how that idea had came up. So I know that a couple of people have been buying them. These have been selling like hotcakes, to be honest. But I wanted to show it a little bit more to the planner side, because I know that some people are probably a little scared of purchasing these and not knowing what to do with them. So I just shoved them into your advent calendar, so you could be kind of forced to get like a little taste of it and see if you like it. So it comes with 4 full boxes. These are larger than the standard size. These are 2 inches wide, and for a standard size for an A5 wide is 1.5. So it won't fit, but if you're into like the tilting, it will definitely fit that way. Then you get 2 torn elements that have the photos in them, 2 girls, a fountain pen, an iced coffee, some bulletin pins, 3 little color, or like 4 colors that are circles. You get your film strip, you get some Polaroids that are layered, 2 stamps, some tape, some random numbers, some little papers, coffee beans, another tape, a traveler's notebook, a little coffee menu, and then the cafe espresso and latte that are just like in squares with like a curved edge. So that is your Cafe Noir version, and then you also have the Steeped in Love version, where it comes with the 4 that are foiled, and then it comes with the 2 torn, the books, the bulletin, and then you get the 4 colors, but these 2 have plaid on them. 2 girls, the same thing with the stamps, but they're different. Your Polaroids, your Pantone colors, tea in those little letters that came in the journaling set, the film strip, the dried flower, another stamp here, a tea bag. So yeah, that is everything for the planner side, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And then lastly, for the journal side, I'm trying to get a gauge of how people are going to like this, okay? So this isn't a promise, but, oh yeah, here it is, okay. It isn't a promise that it will come to the shop, but I wanted to see a gauge as to like what it would be like. So we ended up making B6 weekly kits for like a journaling size, so like a sterling ink planner or like a paper test designs planner, anything like that. It will fit in those. So it comes with 6 boxes. These are not foiled at all, by the way. It comes with the weekly tracker, 2 habit trackers, and then some headers with to do, important this week, and appointments. And then you get some rectangular boxes. Then you get some dots and some flags. Then you get some sketch boxes, some sketch circles, and some grid and papers, and a little label, 2 torn edges, and then these are meant to be like blockouts. It's a lot thinner than that. 1 second. There you go. So, oh no. I hope it cut right for, yeah, there you go. So it's just like a thin little strip so that you can block off times on your planner. And then here is your B6 daily. So like usually in a not a Hobonichi, but in a sterling ink, you'll get your weekly, and then at the very back, you'll get your dailies. So these are meant to like decorate your dailies. And it comes with the days of the week, a film strip, 2 sets of floral bundles that are cornered off, some stains, a coffee ring, a girl holding an iced coffee, that one girl from the journaling set, the chalkboard, the cafe, the latte art, more latte art with a coffee, the traveler's notebook, a regular coffee with the bridge, and some scissors. And then you get the same thing on this side, which is the Steeped in Love. Same layout, 6 boxes, habit trackers, headers, boxes, flags, circles. This is the only thing that's a little different, and this one has a tag in it. And then here you have your dailies, which it has the 2 bundles, and it has the big old tree, the film strip, butterflies, some birds, some little flowers, a little torn element of the lace, some books, the teapot. So yeah, I want to see how people react to this before actually releasing it, because I don't want to release it and then everybody's like, I don't really want it. So let me know, would you like to see these coming to the shop? And if you do, just let me know. This is the funny part that I meant to talk to you about earlier. So you remember the letters on day 5 for the journaling set. It only came with those 2. It was also supposed to have these 2, but I ran out of envelopes and I ran out of patience, to be fairly honest, because I wanted to get them out to you already so that you can get them on time. These were supposed to go in day 5, and I had saw, because these are so small, I saw them on like a bookshelf that I had all the days on it, and I was like, man, I honestly, I have a lot of those. I wonder why. And so I had ended up opening up one of the envelopes for the day 5 for the journal, and I saw that they weren't in there. So then I was like, I'm gonna just have to shove them into the last day. I hadn't locked them up just yet. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick them in and hope for the best, and hopefully everybody's just happy that they actually got them. But these are actually little quotes that you can layer all of your stuff in, and they come in the colors of the kits, so it'd be really easy for you to just layer and have fun with them. So this is coffee quotes, and these are tea quotes. But yeah, this one is my favorite. It says, friends and tea make the best blend. This one says, I run on coffee and grace. And then I have some that is like the types of coffee. So like an Americano, a mocha, a hot coffee, latte, caffeine, cold brew. So, oh, I did do it. It's that me espresso. I did end up doing it. That's so funny. It's that me espresso. So if you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't, I totally understand, but I try to do it as small as possible. So it's just like some fun, you know? We have herbal tea. We have, what else? Milk tea. We have jasmine tea, iced tea, chamomile tea. But yeah, I just try to put in some like types of teas and types of coffee, and then some quotes. So I really hope you guys enjoyed all of this. And I am very sorry for like the mishap of like mixing up some of the days. It was just confusing when I had over designed, and I had changed the days around. And honestly, quite honestly, if I were to do an advent again, I will have to have like a piece of paper that tells me like what is in what. So I did have my cousin come and help me, so thank you, Alexis, for helping me. I greatly appreciate you for all your help. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this advent calendar. I loved putting it together. I put a lot of my heart and a lot of my soul into it, and I'm gonna do like a full out spread like how I usually do. So let's do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. I was so concerned that I wasn't going to give you enough stuff. But holy moly, when I have it laid out, I'm like, wow. You can't even see like the stuff that's even down here, like on the bottom. Like there's just so much. I definitely feel like when you get this, you will get all of your money's worth. And I think the best thing about it is that 99% of this is all stickers, especially if you have the journal side, it's 100% sticker, or I'm sorry, the planner side, it's 100% stickers. If you have the journal side, you just have those 2 days where it's the ephemera pack and the washi with the rub-on stickers, but still you're still getting stickers with that. But it's like, holy moly, when I see it all together, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. This is all my stress and my love and my like literal hunchback from working so much and putting it together, that it it was all worth it, quite honestly. I loved this collection. This is maybe one of my favorite advent calendars I've done. And I think the best thing about it is that it's all mainly stickers, where it's all usable. It's all things that you could definitely use throughout the year. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. I want to know down below, what was your favorite day, or what was your favorite sheet? We don't have that many extra. I'm still going to be talking with Bill to try to figure out what I can do to like sell the extra product that I do have. Because they were generous enough to make extras for me, but it's not enough to make like a full bundle for either the journal or the planner, or even the combination of both. So I love this collection so much, and I really hope that you guys do too. I'm starting to get a couple of people. I guess my customers are extremely patient, because I just started to get information and like feedback on the Advent starting today, I think, which is the 11th. So my goodness, I am obsessed. I'm in love. I love all of it, and I hope you guys do too. And I think I already have my theme for next year. I kind of want to know, like, what would you like for themes next year as well? I think that would be fun to know. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting my shop. And for those that purchased, I really hope that you enjoyed. For those that didn't, I'm so incredibly sorry that we don't have a lot of extras. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.